morning, everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 7, Episode 3, DJI Mic 2 release date and DJI Sale. It's good to be amongst the land of the living, let me tell you, okay? I'm able to talk. There's no problem there. My wife, of course, Valerie, has an opinion about that too as well. But it feels so good to be better. It is good to see everybody. Let's just jump right in and greet everybody tonight. See who we got. Captain Ray is here. Akarasho, Jay Bird, Drone Shots, David Martin Graff. Let's see who else we got. Dr. Ted, Sergeant Rock, John Olson. Let's see who else. Waypoint, New England. 8 degrees in Idaho. Wow, Dr. Ted. Richard is here. Welcome, Richard. Jeff is here. Well, good to see you, Jeff, and Greg Pittman. Like I said, it's good to be amongst the land of the living. Finally, last week, I had a telemed appointment, and I love my telemed provider. It's with my same, general practitioner. She's fantastic. She's out of state, but she's the best, one of the best medical people I've ever dealt with. She prescribed prednisone for me, got me cough medicine with codeine. And a lot of pharmacies don't carry it now because of abuse, and got me on an antibiotic, and that really finished things up and out. The coughing's subsided to the point it's almost completely gone. I'm still taking the antibiotics, still got a few more days. Got some prednisone, finishing that up. But all in all, much, much, much better. And I want to thank all you guys. Barry Markowitz, welcome. Good to see you. I want to thank all you guys for your thoughts, well wishes, prayers, your comments, your notes, everything. Guys, thank you so much. This thing is just absolutely devastating. I mean, it really nailed both Valerie and I. So much so to the point next month I have lined up to go. It's the second largest ham radio convention in the United States. Is over in Orlando next month. On the fence about going, not going, probably leaning towards not going because of the crud that we just got over. I mean, it's taken almost a good month to get over this stuff, and it's just absolutely, positively no fun. Art's in the house. Welcome, Art. Who else we got? Mark White. Welcome, Mark. Good to see you. So, yeah, so I don't know about that. Anyway, I'm going to start things off on a little bit of a different note here tonight. While I was under the weather, but feeling better, I was, starting to get to that point. Something came in, and I wanted to share this with you guys here. Yep, my Tundra came in, and I could not be more happy with it. I think it's one of my favorite vehicles I've ever had. The way it rides, drives, handles, everything, roominess. It's a snap to drive. Unbelievable cameras, front, back, rear, sides, everywhere you can think of. It's a hybrid, and it has extremely good torque with it. I got running boards, which make it very easy to get in and out. The door, you can tell when you have a good vehicle when those doors are like really solid. It's just solid doors. HVAC in there is great. Has a full moonroof in it. Let's see here. I think I'm going to try to flip pictures here. Okay, yeah. Here's it from the side, front. I ordered a fiberglass tonneau cover by Lear Manufacturing. It's going to kind of act like a trunk lid. It's on hydraulic, pneumatic. Anyway, it makes it like a trunk. So I had that on order, and that'll probably be in within the next week or two. Right here, this comes out. It's a bed step, so I can step in and get inside the truck and get inside the bed if I need to. So, but with all of that being said, what I've done was, let's see if I can see if that'll work here. Not where I wanted to go, but let's see if we can get back to where I want to be here. Okay, I have started a new group, and the channel's in progress right now, but it's called Tundra Nation Basics, and it's going to be my third channel. Right now, I'm probably only going to do one live show a month on that channel, and it's going to be tips, tricks. For instance, looking right here, this is a mounting system for on top of the dash to mount your phone, your GoPro cameras or DJI Action cameras. Different options for wireless charging. There's that fiberglass cover I was talking about. So feel free to, I'm going to post information about the YouTube. The YouTube channel is out there. You can find it in Tundra Nation Basics. It's only partially set up because I have my logos are in design right now. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe to that. Tundra Nation Basics is out there on Facebook and on both on the group and the pages. So you can sign up for that. It's also out on Twitter and it's also out on Instagram. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Going to be things like there's a new car wash that I found that I just got a kicker deal. It's $39 a month, unlimited washes. They're $23 a pop, and they do a fantastic job. It's one of the best self-service car washes I've ever been to. My son-in-law here in Florida pointed it out to me, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So, well, enough about that. I know we're here to talk about drones, but I wanted to let you know this kind of helped jumpstart my feeling better. So, yeah. So I just wanted to get going with all that. So, yes, Art, thank you for saying smash that like button. It's like I said, it's so good to see all you guys. My gosh, it's been, and then tomorrow night I'm going to be doing my ham radio show, and it's just been the same thing. I'm looking forward to that because it's just been way too long for me since I've gotten on here. Welcome, Stephanie. Good to see you as well too. One of the other things that all this has done, it's curtailed my drone flying. I wanted to get out and fly. Well, I had all kind of plans over Christmas break because Christmas week I had both Valerie and I had a week off. We're going to do some day trips, but also during those day trips, I was going to take the drone, do some flying in some different spots and everything. Boom, that all got pushed aside. Now our weather is like pretty much we had a cold snap for us, and it got pretty chilly down here. But now it's like we're having these mostly rainy kind of days right now. Not thunder showers, but just rain. Pop up, sun comes out, rain comes back, wash, rinse, repeat kind of thing. So it's been next to impossible to fly. So as soon as there's a break in the weather on a weekend, I'm going to get out and do some flying because I haven't really flown since the firmware updates for the Air 3 and for the Mini 4 Pro. So I want to get out there and do that. So, but we do have some other things to talk about tonight. So Lauren, welcome. Good to see you too. Tundra Nation Basics isn't coming up in YouTube. Oh, okay. Eric, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this. I'll see if I can find. I'm going to go ahead and post this link in the chat here. Glad I saw that. I know where I can get this. Hang on here, guys. Go ahead and thanks for hanging in there. Yeah, see, it won't come up until you start. The channel won't come up until you start. You have to populate some certain fields out there. Let me see. Go ahead and get out here. I'm just going to have to actually go out there. Here it is. No, that's not what I want. Okay. All right. Thanks for waiting here, guys. Here is my link. Okay, there it is right there. And let me show you what it looks like too. Yeah, this is what it looks like right here. So, because there's not a lot out there, it doesn't enter Google's YouTube search engine until you have certain things populated out here. I do have some of these things populated. For example, I have my abouts populated, the other links for other. And let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pop in. Here is the link for the Facebook group. All right. Okay. I got you guys squared away. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay. Mad Props Media, welcome. Good to see you. James, good to see you. All right. Casey Crime Fighting, good to see you too, my friend. All right. Let's go ahead. Yeah, banners. All right. First thing is DJI FlyCart 30 delivery drone. There's an article out on Drone DJ about that. And yeah, let's go ahead and go over that. Okay, DJI announces FlyCart 30 delivery drones global rollout. Now, they had rolled it out over in China, and now it's going to be globally rolled out. DJI's FlyCart 30 designed to be an even heavier toting and highly robust addition to the range of drones used for delivery by businesses, public agencies, and militaries. DJI says a Crafts 03 transmission assures a stable connection between delivery drone and remote controllers at a maximum distance of 20 kilometers. Foldable drone is practiced payload, has a protected payload storage container for normal delivery circumstances. DJI FlyCart 30 is also capable of lowering freight by winch when necessary, with the UAV automatically adjusting its flight altitude, automatically reduce cargo swing during the flight. Okay. So you can read up more on that. I wanted to try to find something in addition to what else I had tonight. So I wanted to get you guys up to speed on that. All right. There is a lot going on in terms of DJI sales. And let's see. Okay. First of all, DJI Store is having a 30% off sale. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Ron's going to be joining me here in a little bit. As you guys know, Marcus is on vacation in Florida right now. So Ron did say he will be joining me. So just want to let you guys know that. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Up to 30% off. Enjoy exclusive offers at the DJI Store today. Of course, they have the Mini 4 Pro and the Osmo Pocket. Of course, they're not on sale. But the Avata Pro View Combo new, that is for $999. The Air 2S is still on sale for $799. The Mini 2 SE for $339. The Pocket 2 Creator Combo for $399. The Osmo Action 4 for $299. The Osmo Action 3 for $249. And of course, there's the Air 3 Fly More Combo, the RC2 for $1549, Mavic 3 Classic for $1749. And then there's DJI RS3, RS3 Pro, the DJI RC, and then refurbished down here. So that's what DJI has on sale. But not to be outdone, okay, there is more going on with this here, okay. Amazon is having sales, and let's go ahead here and take a look. Now, there are links in the description for this. Amazon slashes price on DJI Avata FPV Drone Explorer combo. Regularly priced at $12.78, now available for $8.99. So if the Avata is something you have been looking to try to get on sale, it is on sale right now, and that is an outstanding deal, and it is on Amazon. There's a link in the description. And of course, using the link doesn't cost you anything, but it's gonna really help the channel out, so we can have nice giveaways and help keep the lights on here. So, but yeah, this is a great deal from Amazon on this. Okay, this isn't through DJI, this is through Amazon. So I'll let you guys know that. All right, let's go ahead and now see what the deal is on the Mini 3. Major price slash. DJI Mini 3 now more affordable than ever. Okay, for starters, the Mini 3 with RC N1, originally $559, is now available for $469. There's also a reduction in the price of the Mini 3 with the DJI RC. It's now $609 instead of $699. Those looking to upgrade or replace their existing drone only, the drone only variant, previously $469, is now available for $379. Again, these deals are out on Amazon. Okay. Now, we also told you out on the DJI store that the Osmo Action 4 is on sale for $299. Well, it's also for sale out on Amazon and for $299, and that is an incredible deal right now. It's usually $399. That's $100 off on the Action 4, and that's given me some rumblings right now to think about. But that is a fantastic deal on that. Shoppers can also save $100 on the cycling combo, now $349, and the adventure combo priced at $399. These deals are available on Amazon and directly from DJI. And again, there is a link down in the description if this is something that interests you guys and you do want to get it. I would ask that you use those links because it really does help the channel out and makes a huge difference for us, and we really appreciate that. So there it is for, I mean, there's some pretty good sales going on right now. And usually, like you said, and you know the routine, usually whenever you see things like, these sales popping up like this means that, something new is coming out. Well, they're not really clearing things out and making a way. I mean, these are really good deals, but, you're not going to see a Mini 5 maybe later this year. Okay. Maybe, November kind of time frame, you might see a Mini 5. But that's not going to happen right now. All right. The Air 3, like I said, you may see, my thinking is, and I talked about it in my first show that I did. I know it was an abbreviated one, about what to expect in 2024. I think the first drone that you're going to see from DJI will be an Air 3S. And I think it will be this quarter. I think it will be in the spring. And you're going to see some enhanced features on it. Going from the Air to the Air 2S, they did a great job. And like I said, the Air 3 has been my favorite drone. I mean, even over the Mavic 3, it's just absolutely has been flawless, stellar, incredible. Any adjective you want to put after that, it really has. It's just really kind of knocked my socks off. So, when you, like I said, when you get these prices out there and you start seeing these things, you kind of wondering. And I don't know. Okay, Captain. Oh, good. For everyone coming to South Florida Drone Meetup info, we have a drone celebrity attending the South Florida drone meetup who wants to remain anonymous. Hopefully you can reveal his or her name soon. He or she is very well liked though. Okay. You must be talking about me, Ray. But it's no secret. Or Valerie. Yeah, I don't know. The secret's out. I mean, the secret is out. Okay. Yeah. So oh yeah, South Florida drone meetup, that's rolling around the corner. So so be wary about that. All right. Let me go ahead and do this. Ron, just to let you know, if you're looking to get on, I did drop a link to you in Messenger. So, okay. Johnny Drone Fire's here. All right. Let's see who else. All right. Well, we all know that tomorrow's a big day, and let's go ahead and see if I can get this banner up here. Ta-da, the DJI Mic 2 release. And I don't know about you guys, but it seems kind of anticlimactic. I'm going to go over everything here, including specs. There's Ron. I haven't even been looking.
Yeah. You said about the link. I've been here.
I've been just rolling.
Welcome back, Bill. From your
thank you, Ron.
From your poor health of January so far.
Good grief! This thing was, as I told Valerie, I talked to somebody who had this, and they said it takes a good 3 to 4 weeks to get completely over it, and I believe them. Ron, this is the first I felt good enough to be able to do a full-on show.
Well, when we talked a little bit last week, offline, when I have like bronchitis or bad cold, the last thing that comes back is the voice. That's the last thing that recovers. Like I can be feeling okay, but I still can't talk more than a few words without start to cough or choke with a phlegm or whatever. Yeah. So
yeah, it's just been, and I had to have something to drink around me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, finally, last week, I had an appointment with the physician's assistant. She prescribed prednisone, cough medicine with codeine, and an antibiotic, and it kicked it to the curb. So,
and it probably was just waiting it out as much as anything else.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been.
And crazy. Then yesterday was a rough day for us Pennsylvania boys.
Yes, it was rough.
There was no longer any NFL football teams from the state of Pennsylvania in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, yes, I watched the Eagles Bucks game last night, and and I'll say this: I know we're not football nation here, but I want to say this, okay? The fall that the Eagles had they were 10-1, and look where they ended up, and it just I just am shaking my head on that. That's just.
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers at least got in the game a little bit at the end there, and could have came back, but they just couldn't get that defensive stop, near the end.
Yeah, they were hurting without Watt. That really did hurt them more than they wanted to admit. And then, of course, there was the infamous, and I don't know if you saw the video clip. A reporter asked Mike Tomlin about his contract, and he walked right out of the press conference. Yeah, there's a clip for that. Wow. A lot of people are saying, a lot of Pittsburgh sports writers who have been there 30 years are saying it's time for him to go. And this is the first they have been really on that bandwagon. So
I do have to say they definitely improved after they got rid of Matt Canada.
Yeah, they did do that. And Tomlin's hand was forced. We'll get back to drone business here in a second. Tomlin's hand was forced to use Mason Rudolph, okay? And Mason Rudolph, I'll tell you what, I hope they make him their number one quarterback, because I'll tell you what, he has impressed me, Ron. He has poise. He doesn't get rattled. He's very steady at the helm. And
right.
And
at one point, Matt Canada's playing Trubisky over him. And Trubisky, I mean, you don't stand a chance putting Trubisky out there.
He's not worth a bucket of warm spit. You know that I can say. Well, he was Allen's backup in Buffalo. Okay, Trubisky.
Right.
Yeah. So
He was like DeMarcus said one time, he didn't pick the Steelers because they had Trubisky in there. He said, I can't go with ex-Bear quarterback in there because the Bears never have good quarterbacking. But back to the subject matter, Bill, I just want to say one thing, or maybe get your opinion. That price cut on the DJI Action 4, the action camera, which is my favorite action camera currently. But do you think that price cut could be a reaction to the Insta360 Ace Pro that came out in December and had all those AI features and maybe stole a little thunder from DJI and GoPro?
Yeah, I was kind of hinting around to that. You want to, because you know how I say DJI will do these price cuts when some new product is coming in and they're trying to make room and everything. I think you hit the nail on the head with that, okay? Because they have some features on there, and it's really tempting me to go ahead and pull the trigger on that and get the Action 4, because that's just an incredible deal. 100. I mean, you usually see deals like that, Ron, when they're coming out with an Action 5 or they've come out with an Action 5, and there's nothing in the pipeline for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's September, so we're still like 9 months away from that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was excited to see that, quite frankly. I really was. I think that's, and I think I'm probably going to just go ahead and pull that trigger. So
yeah. I mean, I had the camera, and again, you can't go wrong. And the thing, but we have to remember is we always say DJI has no competition when it comes to drones, right? They're the clear, they have the clear market to themselves, but not in the action camera field. I mean, they got to compete with Insta360, GoPro, and action cameras. You have to be on top of your game, because there is definitely competition in that field.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things,
which is a good thing, Bill.
Oh yeah. Now, one of the things I'm going to be getting for my Tundra, there's in front of the screen on the dash, and it's made by a company called Bullet Point. And what it is, it's a mounting solution, and you can mount your phones on it with these articulating arms. But you can also mount GoPros and, of course, action cameras on that as well at dash level. So I'm going to be getting one of those and installing it, and probably doing it, probably not for the cell phone so much as for the action cam. I think that's going to be a
nice,
great thing. And I don't know if you've heard, you may have come in late. I started a new channel. It's called Tundra Nation Basics. Okay. And it's going to be all about the 3rd generation Toyota Tundra. And we're going to do things like I bought a fiberglass cover for the back. We're going to show that when that comes in. How to haul groceries in it, bed mats, accessories, different tips, tricks, that kind of thing. Maybe I'm still debating on a live show with that. If I do it, it'd probably be like once a month. Go over service bulletins, other things, why there's been a shortage of key fobs. All that kind of good stuff. But I love my truck.
That could work. There's probably a lot more Tundra drivers than there are drone flyers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm finding, and there's a good crowd out there for it. Now, the only reason I haven't started the actual channel itself is my logo's in development right now. So
okay.
All right, let's go ahead and start talking about the DJI Mic, because I wanted to spend some a few minutes.
Well, that was a good tie-in with the Action 4, because now the Action 4 can work with the DJI Mic 2 that came with the Pocket 3.
And I watched your DJI your video on that, Ron. You did a great job. Let's go ahead. I want to just 2nd generation DJI Mic 2, and then of course Igor had some articles about that. It's coming out tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. I believe.
Yeah, but Bill, that's unusual that they everything's been 9 a.m. before drones or other devices. Yeah. So this 8 a.m. kind of throwing everybody off.
Yeah, that's a little that's a little new. They're talking about new colors. Okay, wow. I mean, Ron, I don't think anyone will buy a product like this based on a color. I could be wrong, but
yeah, I think in their minds, this is for like the Instagrammers and the vloggers and whatever, the girls wearing their white blouses and stuff like that.
Yeah, to color for color.
Like they're trying to get into the fashion here.
Right now, they didn't have a lot of details here on DJI's article, but on Twitter, Igor did, and I'm going to go ahead and share some of this right here. Let me go ahead and bring that up.
Yeah, Igor's been real busy the past week.
Oh, he sure has, Ron.
And Bill, while you're looking at the article, one of the rumors, Bill, is the white one. The white mic will be sold separately, not as a kit, just as one mic alone, and then it'll be able to Bluetooth up to other devices such as your phone and stuff. That's just rumor. I don't have any of that confirmed, but
that's very interesting.
Buy one mic, it's probably going to be the white one.
Okay. Here are some specs: polar pattern, frequency response, maximum sound pressure level, equivalent noise, monitor interface output power, maximum transmission distance, 250 meters FCC, 160 meters CE, DJI Mic 2 charging case, 186050 Lion, battery capacity 3250 milliamp hours. Battery gen 11.7, 3.6 volts. Charging cycles, approximately 2 cycles when charging 2 transmitters and 1 receiver at the same time. So, and I think I do have some more on this. So let's go ahead and back this up. These are the dimensions, the weight, wireless mode, Bluetooth protocol, battery capacity, battery energy, battery capacity 360 milliamp hours. That's for the transmitter. The receiver, 360 milliamp hours, temperatures, things like that.
There it is right here if anybody hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole 9 yards. And Ron, I'm going to just lay it right out there. For those of us that have the Pocket 3, this is a moot point, okay? It really is. Am I right?
Some people say they need 2 mics or whatever, so it's good for those folks.
Yeah, here's mine, and this thing is still good as gold. The sound quality from this is stellar, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, Bill, of course, the mic 2 has a 32-bit, and I believe the mic 1's maybe only 8-bit or whatever. So the 32-bit gives you more headroom in your edits. Of course, a lot of us don't. I don't typically edit my audio, so I'd have to learn how to edit audio to take advantage of the 32-bit.
Well, as far as editing audio is concerned, I'm the same way, Ron. I just take it in, okay? Because I'm out there, and when I'm talking and I'm doing, flying a drone or whatever I'm doing, okay, I'm not wasting my words. I'm not doing it to cut things with the audio. Now, I may I'll cut video, but I'm not going to cut audio, okay?
Yeah. And I don't necessarily mean cutting that way. I mean getting in and same way we color grade, say D-Log footage. You can go in there and you can customize the audio. In fact, you can make your sound, you can make it more bassy, make it clearer, give you a softer pitch to your voice. You can edit audio as much as you can edit color grade video, and that's what that 32-bit float kind of do. And people say it'll help you if you're in a noisy environment to bring your voice through the noise.
That could be possible. Yeah. But see, it's going to be a hard sale, though, Ron.
Yeah.
Especially for you, for me, others that have the Pocket 3.
Yeah. Have the Pocket 3, and like I said, we knew this combination, it's going to be a hard sell.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Bill, we don't even know. The one thing nobody's leaked is the price.
Right. Do you have any ballpark guesses on what you think the price may be? I was saying this is $249 now, but that's been discounted. I believe it was $319 when it came out, or was it higher than that, Bill? I think you were right. I think it was about $319. My guess is you'll probably the new one. I'm going to say $340, and that's just a
slight price bump. Yeah, that would be acceptable price bump. Yeah.
and I think it would be for that increase in that to 32. You know, as far as that's concerned, and
Yeah.
you know, and also in the environment, and it makes sense, you know, to offer. You're not gonna DJI is not gonna put something out there without having some type of a benefit or an increase, you know,
Yeah.
to give something to you as
And the
far as
32-bit float is, I think, is because the Rode's latest mic system, they have the 32 bits. So they're just competing with their rivals because we said just like action cameras, or I mean, DJI they have the market to themselves in drones, but they don't have the market to themselves in audio. There's other companies make products at the same level they do at the same price, so they have
yeah,
to be competitive.
yeah. This thing, you know, about them trying to, you know, they're making an inroads here, okay?
Yeah,
Because this was really their first adventure into this,
yeah.
okay? You know, when they got the Mic 2 out with the Pocket 3, you know,
Actually, the first venture was the wireless mic with the Pocket 2.
that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. Okay, very
yeah,
good. So, you know, they've had some experience with it, but they're really still kind of getting their feet wet with this. But it works. You know, it does exactly
oh,
what it
yeah,
says it's going to
yeah.
do.
It's all the audio quality I need, Bill.
Yeah, it is. It makes it very easy when you're going out shooting a video, when I'm going out shooting my video, when Marcus is going out. It makes it super easy, okay? And having that lapel pin on or putting it right here, the audio quality is
And the wind
perfect.
muff, yeah. When I use that setup, especially with the wind muff, nobody ever makes a comment, "Oh, your audio could have been better." Nobody says that.
Yeah, I've never had that either. And you know, especially a good point, you know, to put that wind mop on it as well. And that and think about how DJI, I really like that when I'm opening up the Pocket 3 and there's the wind mop with it too. I'm
Yeah,
like, they
yeah,
thought about that. I mean, that was I mean, you know, it may seem like a little bit of an extra thing, but I think it was great that they
oh,
did
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Hey, when you were showing all those big specs before, the thing I could gather most from Igor's leaks is I believe that this won't have any the Mic 2 won't have any more range than the Mic 1. The range looked about the same, but it looks like the Mic 2 will have a couple hours more of battery life.
Battery life, yeah.
You gain some. I think I'm saying it right. I don't think it's recording time. I think you gain more battery life,
Yeah, I
a
think you're
couple
right
hours
with that,
more.
Ron. I
Yeah,
think you're right.
so
But
that's
you
a big
know,
hardware improvement is the battery life.
I
And as
agree.
drone pilots, we all know we all love extra battery life, don't we, Bill?
Oh, absolutely.
Eh,
Well, you know, think about this too. You know, let's say, for example, for me, I'm going to probably maybe two, maybe three ham radio conventions this year. And I'm going to be doing a lot of shooting and video. Also going to be bringing this along, you know, but, you know, when I've used this and I've had to use it for several hours, I've never even run close to running out of battery with this
Yeah, I
at
charge
all.
that thing up every couple months or something. It seems.
That's exactly what I do, Ron. You know, I'm out there, you know, it's like in my timetable. I get it out there, I charge it, I make sure that it's ready to go whenever I'm doing that. So,
Hey,
oh, it
Bill,
was
before we
fun.
move off this subject, do you think we'll see any kind of surprises tomorrow morning with this mic, or do you think it'll pretty much go as we expect?
I think it's pretty much going to go as we expect. I think it's going to be available. I think it's availability because, and see, here's the thing, okay? The physical size of the box that these come in from DJI, and like the Pocket 3, I think we'll see availability even at places like Best Buy and Amazon pretty much right away. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think there's going
definitely
to.
agree because if even in the promo they put out, they make it a point to say they have free express shipping or whatever. They make
Yeah,
so why advertise that real hard if you don't have the product available to go?
yeah. I think, like I said, I think we'll see it right away. I think you'll at brick and mortars at Best Buy, Amazon. This will be out there. B&H Photo,
Yeah.
Adorama, they'll be there.
Just a little reminder though, when the first Mic 1 kit came out, remember it was on back order for a long time. It came out whatever
Yeah.
year it came out. It first was announced around the holidays, but most people couldn't get their hands on it until months later. There was a big back order on this.
Yeah, there was. I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah.
It took a while to get here. Of course, I got mine. I got mine when it was in stock. I got mine off of Adorama, and it was like boom, it was here next day.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
problem.
I think I got it like 6 months after it was first announced. I mean, I
did
was in
too.
no
Yeah.
hurry to get it. I mean, I wanted it, but it was nothing I was gonna, go crazy trying to get. I just get it whenever it was readily available.
Well, the one thing that I do like, this is an all-in-one solution for those of you that don't have this.
Yeah.
Okay, having the receiver and the transmitters here and these dongles. Okay, these dongles are incredible because it enables you with your smartphone. You plug that into your smartphone, and boom, if you're using it to shoot your video, you're good to, or whatever camera you're using. Boom, your audio is right there. Okay, you don't have to mess around. It's done. Okay,
And once you sync those two receivers at the beginning, they're synced for life or whatever. You can go out in the field and just pull them and start working. You don't have to worry about resyncing them every time. Or
yeah, you don't have to. It's kind of a no brainer. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mike's
for dummies.
It really is, Ron.
Remember how popular those dummies books were? Like, what were they, 20, 30 years ago?
Oh, everybody was buying them up left and right.
Before the internet.
Before the internet hit.
Well, before the internet got big, yeah.
Yeah. But I still see there's still some dummies books I recommend. Like, for example, on my ham radio channel, Ham Radio for Dummies, that's a real good book, okay? Because it's all in one, it's all contained in one area, what you need here. So but yeah, this is what 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It'll be coming out. I think there's going to be zero surprises here. I think
all the big influencers will have their videos up at like 7:59 or
Potato Jet and the other usual suspects. Aldrin.
What they say,
Billy
the usual
probably
suspects.
will. Billy probably will.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, but yeah, and you may be right about what you said about the other wireless mic coming out by itself with Bluetooth. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be interesting if they do release the white one by as a standalone item with Bluetoothing to phones and stuff, because that'll kind of open up for people, that are more vloggers and YouTubers and Instagrammers than they are necessarily hardcore drone or action camera people.
Absolutely. I think
because the majority of those young Instagram YouTubers, all they do is use their phone. They don't have any other devices.
Yeah, that's
their whole world run. Their whole empires run on their smartphone.
Yeah. So I mean, they don't have Nikon, they don't have Canon, they don't have Panasonic.
No need for it. Nobody on Instagram could tell whether they took the picture with a Nikon or their cell phone.
Well, see, and that's why when I made a decision for the channel, I went ahead and I got my S22 Ultra Galaxy. It's like, okay, I'm going to spend $1,000 on this, all right, or I'm going to spend $1,200 on a Nikon or Canon or a Sony. Why not get the smartphone? I mean, it just
right. If you went out and got the $5,000 Sony full frame with the lens kit or whatever, nobody would notice when you took a picture with that or the Samsung.
Exactly. So there's really kind of no difference there.
Yeah, I mean, unless you do a 100-foot print up or something. Yeah, but not on the phone or laptop or anything like that.
I wanted to spend the last few minutes of the show here, and
let's get off the mics before we put them to sleep, Bill.
Yeah, everybody's going to go to sleep here. Wanted to get your thoughts on 2024. What we're expecting. Now, I did a real brief show on that, and I said, the first thing I think we'll see an Air 3S, and I think it'll be sometime this spring, because I think that's an easy variant for them to come up with. I don't think it's going to involve a lot of retooling of the drone itself. I think they can add these features to it. It pretty much was the same thing with the Air 2, the Air 2S kind of thing. There wasn't a lot of retooling with the Air 2 to get to the Air 2S. And I think it's an easy upgrade for them. And with as well as the Air 3 has sold, Ron, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Bill, was the Air 2S, is that the only S drone that DJI has ever released?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the only S drone that they've ever released.
I mean, I don't have a gut feeling either way. I mean, whether they're going to do an S or just wait 2-year cycle and put out the Air 4, I just don't have a feel for it, because we've been down this road before. But if they wanted to put one of the sensors in, they obviously had them because they put in the Pocket 3. I just don't know. Based on just everybody talking about it, I feel the first thing we'll see from DJI as far as a drone would be some kind of FPV drone out of the gate. Whether it's the replacement, for the original FPV drone, or whether it's an Avata 2, I think that's the first thing we'll see from DJI.
Okay.
2024. That's just hearing a lot of chatter on the internet. Nothing that I know.
Well, that makes sense in line with the sale that not only DJI is having, but Amazon is having on the Avata. I mean, it's a really good deal, and this is with that kind of, I mean, it's a pretty drastic price cut, both for DJI and on Amazon. So, you're probably what you're saying, it probably lends a lot of credence to that they're kind of clearing it out and making room. So, because its popularity has really kind of gone through the roof. It's converted people who previously weren't flying them, like, yourself and Marcus. And now, you've gotten into it. I haven't yet.
Yeah. Well, what DJI has done is they've got all the people that were never going to hand build their own FPV drones and got those people into it. The people that probably were never going to, become a John Coopy and do all that, soldering and everything on their own. Hey, Bill, let me back up to the Air 3S for a minute. What kind of price bump would you expect to see on an Air 3S? How much of how are we going to see a big bump on that, or are we just going to see
it's not going to be significant. My guess is probably maybe about 250, 300.
More, okay, yeah.
I don't think
that's going to put the flyboard kit at about $2,000 then.
Yeah. I think you're gonna you probably knock on the door. I'm gonna say 1,900 for the Flymore kit, because they'll want to keep it under that $2,000. They kind of like to do that, even though, of course, tax or whatever will probably kick it over. But I think that's probably a good price point, because they won't price themselves out with that. And of course, it will have, and here's the other thing that I talked about in my 2024. Okay, there's going to be you're going to see a DJI RC Pro too. Okay, you're going to see the Mac Daddy of smart controllers. All right, they're going to come out.
Will that come out around the time of the Air 3S?
Yeah, I think that's going to be it's going to line up right with the Air 3S. And
boy, can you imagine that bundle? So now you're getting that thing. Now you're looking at maybe $3,000.
Yeah, with something like that. Yeah.
But here's another question: Will DJI be wise to release the Air 3S before the Mavic 4?
Yes, I absolutely agree.
Not the other way around. You think the S should come before the Mavic 4?
Yeah, the S coming before the Mavic 4. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because a lot of people already fear out there, and I think Bill Thomas talked about in Coast to Coast Drones. They think we're going to see some sticker shock with the Mavic 4. We saw sticker shock with the Mavic 3, but it's been predictions the Mavic 4 is going to even be a worst case of sticker shock.
Yeah, I think we're going to see maybe $3,000, 3,500, that kind of thing.
I've heard maybe $4,000.
You're probably right. It's probably, the higher you get, you're probably closer.
They're going to lose a lot of people then that may just get the Air 3S instead.
Yeah. And I think that's what the Air 3, I think that's what the Air 3S is going to be geared for those who can't afford the Mavic 4. Okay.
But want some of the professional features.
But want some of those professional features that you're only going to find in the Mavic 4. And like I said, it's going to be tied to the new DJI RC Pro 2.
Right.
It's really, that's going to be a robust controller. Okay. And compatibility, that kind of thing, I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue.
Right, we know when those things first come out, they have poor compatibility out the door.
Yeah, and that's just the way things are here. And also too, I'm just going to throw this into the mix. Okay, RID is going to rear its head this year too, and it's. Who knows what we're going to see as far as that's concerned. All right. As far as that getting kicked off and actually working and all that, and having compatibility issues, and yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see how all that plays into the mix this year.
Yes.
Which it's just part of the nature. But I think this is kind of how we're gearing up. I also think too, and I don't know if I discussed it in that initial show or not, but you may be seeing Autel pull a Skydio this year, okay, and saying, look, we really want to thank those who liked our consumer drones. However, our focus is going to be on the commercial aspect of things. We'll offer support for what's out there. Good luck, kind of a thing.
Right.
I think
we've already 2 years in on the little Nano Plus and the bigger one. What's the bigger one than the Nano? The next step up for them. Anyhow, both those drones are over 2 years old now, and there's no signs of newer versions of them coming out. So
yeah, and I think
but I'll tell. They must have a big inventory of those drones, because they're not going to say anything until they sell their way through those inventories.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I don't expect another consumer drone from Autel this year.
I don't think so either, Ron.
I mean, unless they rebrand the Autel Evo 2 Pro for the 4th time and call it a V4. Yeah, but that's even barely a consumer drone, because it's costly, and it's basically the same body as their some of their pro drones or whatever. So it doesn't cost them anything, because they're already producing that body for the enterprise market.
Exactly. So it's not gonna involve a lot of retooling for them as far as that's concerned. The only other thing that I wanted to mention is FEMI. Okay, you know what I think of a FEMI? I think of that kid story from years ago, and I'm reminded because my granddaughters and everything. The little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think that's FEMI should be FEMI's theme. I think I can, because they always think they can do something, but yet when it comes, the actual product itself, oh my gosh, it's just.
I mean, you always say like they're still playing AAA ball, or
they're in triple. They're in
can't
triple
get that call up.
They're not going to get that call up anymore. They're not going to get that call up from me. I
think it's all. Last spring they announced the FEMI X8 Pro drone, their professional drone, and all these months later. I mean, we're in the middle of winter now, but spring will be coming for a note. So it's almost going to be a year, and I still don't know anybody that has that Pro, FEMI Pro, whatever. And you look for reviews of it on YouTube, it's hard to find any reviews of it. I mean,
didn't G-Man get it? Didn't Gorilla Man get it?
No, he hasn't got it. Yeah, the usual guys don't seem to have it.
I wanted to say that I saw a couple of them out there, and they weren't very good. Okay.
Yeah, I think Ross Langdon, he got an early one, and he complained about the camera, like in the auto.
Yeah, Ross got
the
one.
auto settings look horrible. So here you get what's supposed to be a pro drone, and just on auto settings, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Now that's just out of the box. They could have improved all that by now.
That's true. And well, the only thing that I heard positive from FEMI is their second iteration of their smart controller has gotten much better. And I think Richard can probably testify to that. I think he's in the chat tonight too. I think they got better with that, but there were high hopes for that drone coming out, Ron, and it's just they're disappointing. It's very disappointing, because I know it's up, especially over like in Southeast Asia, it's a very popular. FEMI's very popular over there.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of disappointing, to have, it's really boiling down to, do you want to get a Holy Stone or do you want to get a DJI?
Yeah, and even I know people like Holy Stones out there, but my couple Holy Stones I've experienced with, I'd take a FEMI over the Holy Stones I've reviewed.
Yeah, that Holy Stone that I had that I did a review on last year. After what, 400 or 500 feet, lost a signal, return home. I'm like, okay, this ain't going to cut it here, folks. And it did that no matter. I fly in several different directions and got the same thing. So, but yeah.
But
Yeah, I
back
think
to
that,
Phoebe, a lot of rumors were that they were done with the X8 body without Pro, and the next Phoebe, a bigger drone would be a complete redo of everything, the body style, because they had that frame, they kept that frame around a little bit too long on the X8.
yeah, that it kind of wore its welcome out. I think people got kind of tired of it too, and I think also they were having some issues, and I know Marcus had an issue with the arms cracking in it,
Right,
because
right.
I think there were a lot of stress on the
Yep.
body of that.
Yeah.
It really, it's just, and it really just, it's just like I said, they're the little engine that could. They really had. I really thought they had something good going there, and we're headed in the right direction. And then, and I'm sure Richard could tell you, their customer service has gone from being okay to just putrid. It's just absolutely atrocious with FEMI. They don't even care anymore. And it's kind of sad. So, really right now for in the consumer drone space, the only drone I can even begin to recommend is DJI. I mean, it's just,
And of course, Hups is pushing that new that new Ace Pro. Oh, not they're pushing a new drone. I forget the name, and it's got a 1-inch sensor.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
and
who,
they put a new video on YouTube every week of how great it is in low light, but it scares me because they don't show it how it looks in the daylight, Bill.
yeah, I don't know about that.
And of course, we'll probably see it as an EXO drone, so it'll cost as much as a DJI drone.
Yeah, it'll cost as much as a DJI drone, but yet you won't have a third of the features. So
yeah, well, they'll
go
hang
out
their
there and
hand on
spend all
they
that
got a
money.
1-inch sensor, and the Air 3 and the Mini don't.
So yeah. So, any closing thoughts for tonight, Ron?
No, just good to have you back, and feeling well and being on the broadcast again. I look forward to an interesting year in 2024. We had such a great year in 2023. I mean, I don't even really need new drones. The Air 3 is all the drone I need for years. The Mini 4 Pro is all I need. The Mini drone. I don't even need any new drones or whatever. But we'll still see what comes. And I'll be interested in the mic. But as we were talking about, I really don't need a new mic either. So a lot of my current gear does the job for me, I'm going to be real selective in what I upgrade to this year because I feel my current equipment is very good, Bill.
I agree 100% with you, Ron. I said, that Air 3, you're gonna have to pry my cold dead hands off of it. I don't think I'm selling. I don't think I'm selling that drone. It's just been. I mean, you find something that is as good as gold like that, it's not going anywhere. Okay. The Mini 4 Pro is pretty much the same way. It's in the same light. I'm not that has just been a stellar drone for me. I'm having no issues with it. The DJI Mic, it's fantastic. The Pocket 3,
yeah. I mean,
enjoying.
Again, it was the year of the drone. DJI just knocked it out of the park last year.
Oh, they did. They really did. And
BB may not went to the big leagues, but DJI was already in the big leagues, but they went to the World Series last year.
Oh, they did, and they hit it out of the park. And I'm really that Action 4 is really kind of calling my name right now with that $100 price off. That's just too good of a deal to pass up.
It's a great camera, Bill. You won't need another action camera for a long time or whatever. That video quality, all the features on it.
I've had, I've hung through with the Action 1 from 1 to 4. So I think that's a pretty good time. So, and then getting that combo, it's still $100 off, and it would have a lot of things on it.
Oh yeah, that battery, that battery kit and whatever comes with it. Plus, like I said, your wireless mic 2 works with it now, so you got your audio covered right there with the wireless mic 2.
Yeah, so it's all set. I would just need to get probably. I don't think the cage that I have would work for it. I think I'd have to get a new cage.
In the adventure combo, you get like a cage.
You get the cage, so I would just have to get that new handle. Probably from PGY Tech, and I think I'd be good to go.
Well, that comes the adventure combo too, the magnetic handle.
Oh, it does. Okay, all right.
You get the battery case, the cage. You get the magnetic stick or whatever. And that's about it. So, get everything you need for $399.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, Captain Ray said there's a special guest that's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup, a drone celebrity. and he's not revealing who the drone celebrity is. So,
well, maybe it's who's the biggest name you could think of in the drone community?
oh, I can think of a lot of big names in the drone community
Because a lot of names already there. You know, the Ken Herons, the Kelly Shores, the Bill the Drone Reviewers. They've already been there already.
Billy Kyle's been there. I know.
Ken
Noto was
Noto.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe he might get Rick Smith there.
Right. Oh, Rick just did a nice review on the Action 4. Oh no,
I have
no. Was it? I think it was the Action 4. I just saw him do a video on.
Yeah. Well, his daughter, if I'm still mistaken, from what I think, she works at a Disney resort. She's a property manager.
Okay.
I think she's down in Orlando, so he has a reason to come down to Florida. So maybe it might be him.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. Yeah.
Well, everybody, I want to thank everybody for number one for hanging with me through the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's just been atrocious, but I'm back, and it's great to be here. It's great to have Ron here. Marcus, hope you're having an enjoyable vacation. I know your weather has probably been pretty crappy because it's been pretty crappy here.
But what he says, it's still better in Idaho.
But yeah, from what Ted said, as far as the temperature in Idaho, yeah, it's definitely better than Idaho. So, but I want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight. Make sure you check out. I dropped in the link, Tundra Nation Basics. Subscribe to it. Like I said, it's still in setup phase. So, use that link. I'm going to put the link out there. Hit the group. I put the link for the group in there. Make sure that you subscribe to that as well. Going to have a lot of fun in that channel. Going to be
still work in progress, though, huh?
It's a work in progress right now till we get going. Probably another week or so before we get everything out there.
The official launch.
Absolutely. Guys, it's a great day to fly. Take care, everybody.
Good night.